Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the Myriad Celestia trailer. So if you haven't seen part 1 yet of this, go ahead and check that out first, unless you're obviously here for a specific trailer that I'm checking out here today. But yeah, we're continuing our Myriad Celestia trailers. We're going to be doing 7 of them again. I wanted to split it up into 3 parts. We're on the second part here. We're going to dive in, do 7 more. The first one we're going to be starting off with is Transcendent Ruan Tunes, Blushing May Blooms. Not sure what we're getting into, but of course, guys, while you're here, I would love for you to leave a comment on any of these little videos that we get into here, because obviously I'm new to the world of Honkai, so I'm not going to understand everything. And of course, leave a thumbs up on the video so you get, the next one recommended to you when part 3 comes out. All right, guys, let's dive in. Grab a snack, grab a drink.
Mother, your letters are always welcome.
Mother.
The plum blossoms bloom and wither, and I occasionally catch a scent of loneliness. I once again.
Ooh, I like this
back
watercolor
to the research of my
art.
childhood, together with you in no man's land. That comfy cabin, teeming with boundlessly joyous forms of life.
Ooh, the music.
Those days are unforgettable.
Reminiscing about
I
mom.
understood the vastness of the universe too early. I was different.
What is that up there?
Than every other kid around me.
So we got Ruan May here. Ooh.
Birth, growth.
Oh, those colors are so pretty in the watercolor.
The life is the origin of my thinking.
Yo, the fish and the jellyfish look so
I began to realize that I longed for something pure.
Longed for something pure.
Involves the
Attachment.
insular cortex, which controls anxiety and pain.
She's already got things in tubes over
The
here.
laws of emotion can be easily broken down. Children will become more well-behaved when they receive random rewards.
The colors are so pretty.
When I
Putting
discovered
subtitles
how
on.
easy it was to cultivate a planet, I began to feel empty.
That took me out a little bit.
I increasingly understand that I long for more fundamental research.
Fundamental.
Recently, I've had some different thoughts.
Ruan is such a headache.
At first, I was terrified of its appearance. It is born of wonder, does not resist, and does not grieve. It is the closest thing to the feeling I had when I was a child.
Okay, so she's reminiscing about that feeling as a child, and so she's trying to kind of recreate that feeling.
Where does the research end?
This
Life is so
art is
colorful,
so
but
beautiful in this trailer.
It has nothing to do with me. I explore the mysteries of the universe and seek deeper answers.
Okay, like a
I
scientist.
have nothing to lose and nothing to gain. If life is cultivated and reproduced,
What was that world that was
you
crumbling?
can dissect remembrance, control equilibrium, deconstruct beauty, and reproduce permanence.
Whoa, 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 hold on.
I will understand life and touch on these conceptions. And perhaps I, too, can become an
Become what? Oh. Wait, she's watching gameplay? What's happening? I mean,
Worry
she's
not, my dear
studying.
assistant.
My dear
I
assistant.
will reward you.
Okay, I have questions. I have so many questions. That one was okay. The way she was speaking was so gentle and mysterious. Yeah, okay. The one right here, I don't know. This sentence right here intrigued me a lot. So I don't know if you guys can break this one down for me. You can dissect remembrance, control equilibrium, and then she says deconstruct beauty and produce permanence. And then how does she finish it off? I will understand life. So if I recall, what you guys told me about Ruan May is she is a mad scientist, basically. And what is so crazy about the idea that she's a mad scientist is the fact that the way that this trailer is presenting Ruan May. Like, okay, if you're actually paying attention, you can obviously see there's a little bit of craziness going on with the things she's saying, but it's the way she's saying it, right? With the soft whispering voice, and like she's very calm. It doesn't sound crazy, right? But yeah, you guys told me in previous comments about Ruan May, and from her, from her initial trailer with the lab and the giant tubes and everything, that she's actually kind of a crazy person. She seems really intelligent intelligent though, and it seems like her whole life philosophy comes from this moment with her mother, which is kind of a cool, we're getting kind of her origin story here, right? I really loved the watercolors in this. It was so beautiful seeing all these different colors like this in the watercolor art style. Like you can see Ruan Mei here as a child. You see the watercolor kind of paint style. Very, very nice. This was beautiful as well. The colors just mixing together so well. Like my eyes are seeing something insane, I feel like. The planet saying hi here kind of took me out, but it is adorable. All right, you guys, let me know more about Ruan Mei and maybe this trailer if there's anything I missed out of it. But basically, I'm still getting the idea of like she is kind of a mad scientist and she'll do whatever is necessary to complete her goal of whatever she's trying to do. So drop that stuff in the comments. Next up is A Night of Everflame, scene 33. We got another scene. We had scene, I think, like 47 earlier.
Penacony, planet of festivities. A cradle drowning in dreams, a haven for the cowardly. The family has summoned guests
The
for its
family.
grand celebration.
Okay.
The golden blood will flow from the destruction. As
Ooh,
an offering
whoa.
to them. Children
Oh, it's like an offering.
This marks your rite of passage. Akash, I lit the fire in your eyes.
The imagery in this one's crazy.
Strings.
It's definitely different than everything we've seen already.
And hush the harmony into muted awe.
It will be done, Father.
Okay.
Dubra, I set your
Dubra.
form alight and taught you mastery of the blade.
Whoa, that apple's crazy.
Temper it with sulfur, made the elation, and let the performer's blood and tears pour into the
So it sounds like
As you
Father,
wish, Father.
I was gonna say Father's giving out orders.
Katarina, I
Katarina?
kindled the flame in your heart and granted you blood of fire.
Oh, it's a vault.
Use your wrath to shatter the preservation sanctum and build their gold to create a statue of our savior.
You got it, old man.
Old man.
And Constance at last.
Oh, this one's more gentle.
My most ambitious and exceptional child.
Oh,
There
dude,
is
that looks
nothing
so
more to
cool.
teach you. Just remember, without Peliconi's midnight hour.
Whoa, that flower
shrivel
was
all they hold
crazy.
dear, and leave naught but the remembrances too.
Whoa. Oh.
She won't be necessary. I can take them alone.
Ah.
Katarina, a little pessimism might be wise. What if we all end up dead?
So these are all the children of that guy. Who is the guy at the top?
Since when have those on the path of destruction feared death?
Ah, cello.
Still, it is wise to plan ahead, Father.
Whoa.
What is our fallback if things become perilous?
Fall back. Such a thing does not exist.
This is such a cool trailer.
Destruction is brave and heroic. To cling to life is to delay in cowardice. Relish Penacony, savor its invitation. Prepare
Okay.
this beautiful dream to welcome its new master from Fedora.
Dang.
Ifrit, Duke Inferno,
Ifrit.
Everflame Mansion.
Wow, that felt like a real like villain trailer, right? Like obviously we see the characters there. Okay, so this is the Everflame Mansion, and that is okay. I looked it up. That is the Duke Inferno, and these are all his children, and obviously he's giving them like tasks to complete and everything. But what a cool like trailer of this family, right? All right, so looking at the description, I see the characters' names. We have Duke Inferno, Akash the Tuner, Dubra the Scribe, Katarina the Shacklebound, and Constance the Dahlia. So I don't think any of these characters are actually playable. And from what I've researched, it looks like they're called the Annihilation Gang, and this is the Everflame Mansion. Very cool story. Like this was a very cool trailer for like this villain family, right? And I really liked. Actually, they chose again, once again, they did different kind of artwork with their trailer here when we got these like 3D HD models here when he was discussing, you know, what the task was for each of his children. Like this is totally different than what we've seen before, right? With the eye and everything here, the apple, like this 3D art. They haven't really done that before, at least that I've seen in any of these trailers. So this was brand new stuff again. I mean, other than that, I am interested in all of these characters. It doesn't look like, from what I looked over on Google real quick, I don't think any of them are playable yet, which is kind of odd to me. So I'm assuming this is their first introduction, and then you guys are still kind of just waiting for them to be introduced into the game. Let me know if I'm totally wrong on that. As far as I know, I don't think any of them are available to play right now. Very fun trailer though. I don't know what tasks he's actually giving them. Like there's a whole lot going on here. So if you want to dive in the comments on that one too, let me know. All right, next up in our playlist is a revisiting of past dreams. And what I'm going to do is actually start reading the descriptions here just to give me a little bit of an extra fighting chance on knowing what's going on here. So it says a lost item, a thunderous noise, a flicker of infernal fire. The torrents of memory swell onward and filled the entire planet. Some secrets were already resting on the ocean floor before the festivities even began. And it says it has Black Swan and Robin in this trailer. So here we go, 2.5 minutes. We've had a few with Black Swan. Seems to be a prominent character in these trailers.
Are you looking for its owner?
There you go.
Allow me to divine, using your memories as a medium.
Oh. Here we go again with different art style. I'm just saying. This team has some creative artists. Whoa. Okay, this looks super cool. Why does this feel like kind of happy and whimsical? I kind of like it. Is this like a music club? What is this? Okay, what is happening? This is so cool. Lost little birdies. Yeah, like here we go again. Different art style, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so insane that they're able to do all of this. Usually a game will try to keep consistent with their art style, but man, Hoyo they're doing everything. Ooh. Now it's going dark. What's going on? Oh. Okay.
The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
Ooh. I like that line. Oh. She's putting the pieces together?
Predestined paths have already converged. She has arrived.
Ooh, why is she looking at the tarot cards like that? Oh, one of them burned up.
Menacing infernal fire absorbed by the vast, profound sea. And that sea surprisingly dwells on the planet of festivities.
Okay. I just love the mysteriousness of Black Swan a little bit, or just like, I don't know, I like Black Swan. I guess we'll just say that. The first half of this is so fun, and it just shows us like everybody having a fun time in this cool city. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I loved the world that they showed me here. I mean, look, you have ads of pizza and burgers. You have people going into clubs to listen to music and dance. You have her dancing on the piano and dancing on notes. Such a fun little trailer. She even grabs a drink here. She twirls the little gotcha thing. So fun. But then we eventually go to the second half here, which is of course where I'm going to have the questions. So Black Swan says she's already here. I'm going to assume that's referencing Robin. That is who you are looking for. Your predestined paths have already converged. meaning Robin is here. But then this card here burns. That is the Duke. That is the Duke from the Acheron gang, right? And the Everflame mansion that burns. And she starts talking about it, which is very interesting. And they see here it's gone. So I wonder what that's supposed to entail. You guys let me know in the comments. This was a fun trailer though. I really loved the art style for the first half. Again, with a brand new art style, loved it. Hoyo is just honestly flexing their freaking art muscle, dude. Like they really are. They're just showing how creative they can be and how many different art styles they're able to do. All right, next up we have the Sparkle Behind the Curtain trailer. Sparkle was one of my favorites. When you realize that this is just a play and want to leave the stage, you'll soon discover that there's nothing aside from Sparkle's stage. All right, here we go. How crazy is this one gonna be? Oh, are we getting the background?
It doesn't
Origin
matter
story?
who I am off stage.
Oh.
All the audience needs to know is that when I'm on stage,
Yeah.
just sparkle.
Okay. So she's totally different off
It's
stage.
you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're smiling too.
Okay.
When I'm angry, you're still smiling. When I'm sad, you keep on smiling. You're like a veil that I can hide
A
under.
mask that she can hide under to show
one
that she's still
wearing the
happy
veil.
and smiling.
That's sparkle.
Yeah, I loved her trailer.
It's you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're smiling too.
The music.
When I'm angry,
Oh, she like
You're
went to the
screaming
other
too.
side there. That was cool.
when I'm sad, you're crying.
Yeah, she lets
too.
the mask version of herself come out and she goes
You're
under.
like a mirror, showing my reflection. The one in the mirror. That's sparkle.
I feel like this is just giving her character more depth, you know?
It's you, my beloved mask.
Oh, it's getting more and more
When
evil.
I'm happy, you're screaming.
Ah.
When I'm angry, you're crying.
Ah.
When I'm sad, you're smiling.
Yeah.
You're like a face staring at me. I'm not Sparkle.
I'm not Sparkle.
No. I am Sparkle.
Oh, that's so eerie. Just like the first trailer, man.
When I realized life was just a play,
Oh.
I wanted to leave the stage.
Life is just a play.
Because
Whoa.
off stage, there's an even bigger stage. What do you say?
You still creep me out.
The real Sparkle.
Man, the Sparkle trailers are so fun. Okay, so I noticed something when we watched that one. I noticed for the first part here, where it's bright and vibrant, she calls the mask a veil. The second time, she calls it a mirror of her own reflection, or just like a mirror, right, with her reflection in it. And then when we get to the last part here, she calls it a face staring at me, meaning, you know, it's showing the evolution of Sparkle here. So yeah, I remember from the comments, you guys were saying that Sparkle basically, she is acting out, like it's like one of those plays where you can act out each role, right? She's playing every single role in the play on stage. She can be any person. She's able to, you know, have these different personalities, which is crazy. She kind of reminds me a little bit of, I think I read this in the comments on a previous video. She kind of reminds me of like Loki from Marvel a little bit, because of the fact that, you know, like he's able to do like mischief and magic-y kind of stuff, and like, you know, he could change into different forms, be different people. So she kind of reminds me of that a little bit. And from other comments I've read on the previous ones, it's also mentioned that she is related to the Eon of Elation, right? So she likes to just create chaos. Some of you are maybe even saying that she's possibly like somebody that's been given powers by the god or Eon of Elation. So you guys let me know your thoughts on Sparkle. She is still, like, that other trailer of hers is still one of my favorite. This one is another cool one because we just get to see kind of, I guess, the origin story of Sparkle, and kind of how like the that whole idea of like when she's on stage, she becomes a totally different person. And you know, there are definitely people that are like that, right? Some people are totally different at work than they are in their real lives, and like so on, right? There's so many different examples of people having to be different in certain scenarios, and Sparkle's a good example of that. All right, next up we have a trailer that has a lot of views. We're almost at 5 million views on this one. It's Kyoden, a Cleave across the Transient world. We have a giant paragraph here. I kind of want to read it. It looks like we have Haku Hatsuki and the maiden later known as Acheron in this trailer. So it says the dual planets were intertwined in each other's tragic destiny, and a dead song was scattered amongst the cave where light hid. The song had no beginning and no end, had no sound and no echo, came from no singer, and was heard by none. It thus uttered. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. It looks like it's the whole song. Let's just stop there and just get into the trailer, I guess. Here we go. This one's 4 minutes. This is a longer one.
Do you still remember why Izumo forged these blades?
Okay. Oh, here we go again. Now we got like almost
Because
like
in
a comic
times
book
past,
style.
When the Yao Yorozu no Kami descended here, they brought death and disaster on this world and its people. To save the world, Izumo splintered 70,033 blades and forged them into the 12 Sentinels.
Okay.
The first was Truth, forged by the Sovereign of Revelation.
Truth.
It could teach mortals the way of the law and create miracles from the deconstruction of all things.
Okay.
The second was Sky, forged by the eternal Zenith. It could form a barrier from the firmament and prevent the innumerable gods of misery from passing through.
Okay. Sky.
The third was Howl, able to summon lightning to rend the heavens and meteors to rain down divine punishment.
Whoa.
The fourth was Mist, able to break earth
Whoa, I like
and
that
tear
sword.
cloud with biting wind and rain.
So these are 12
The fifth
Sentinels.
was Frost, freezing the land in an instant.
Okay, Frost. Simple
The
enough.
sixth was Fate, the restless cycle of life and death.
Oh, I like that one.
Then there was Flare, Thought, Root,
Flare, Thought, Root.
Form, Bind, Maw. With those sentinels, we seized on tomorrow's expectation, winning victory after victory until
All of them were broken.
Oh, the 12 Sentinels were
The
broken.
price of every victory was a world in its entirety. And in the end, that entirety was lost. And so Izumo splintered 12 Sentinels and forged them into 2 bearers.
Oh.
The first was Origin.
Okay.
The second was End. The world
Dang, End looks
forged
crazy.
70,047 blades.
Oh, more
And only
blades.
one could save Izumo. But you and I both know the road to salvation does not exist. There is no trace of tomorrow. Resisting the coming
What the heck is that?
humanity will eventually become Oni.
And
We pawned everything, all for the destruction of 2 worlds. In times past, Takamaka
I'm just like, I'm sorry guys, I'm almost speechless at this trailer. This is so cool.
was surely as beautiful as Izumo.
The blade splintered again?
So, do you still remember why Izumo forged these blades?
because of a lie,
Oh.
an end that never existed. We long since strode into their shadow. Each step forward one that we can never walk back. Until the last blade is forged into...
Last blade life.
Not.
So the last blade is life? Oh, whoa, that looks insane. So wait a minute, hold on.
This world was fleeting. And yet,
Did the last blade create life? Like, hold on. I'm that was a lot for me. Okay, I want to read the comments maybe. Okay, so I followed along with Izumo, the 70,033 blades, and then it was 70,047 blades. And then because, you know, there's the 12 sentinels, and then we had the two bearers being origin and end. But then did it become just one blade of life at the end? And also she said the blades were forged because of a lie and didn't actually exist. So there was image of like a black hole a couple of times here. Like right here is one. And I remember you guys saying something about like, or I remember maybe reading a comment about like a black hole destroyed her home. That's my guess. Okay, so I keep seeing a lot of the comments here are about the swords representing Hersher from Honkai 3 or something. I don't know if that's how you actually say it. So that is something that you guys will have to explain to me. I don't know. This was just an incredible story. So this is Acheron, I'm assuming, who we're seeing her origin here. And okay, from what I'm understanding is this black hole destroyed her home and now she's where she is, you know, in current lore for Honkai. But the other stuff is like Izumo and the blades and the origin of all that stuff. This one was incredibly well done storytelling, and the visuals that, I mean, like, look at the visuals throughout this whole thing, man. This was insane. So I want to know if I followed along with the blades correctly. The blades were really, really cool as well. All the 12 sentinels, the two bearers as well. I think I liked End over Origin a little bit more than in that sense when we got to the two bearers. But then we got the Blade of Life, and what I thought I was seeing here was her creating life with the strike of her blade, maybe elsewhere. I'm not sure. Is this supposed to be the black hole in the middle? Because what I thought of here was, oh, this is life underneath, right? And she created it via, you know, the slash of her sword. But I think I'm probably wrong on that one. Man, I really wish I knew more about this world, and I'm trying so hard to learn about it. So these trailers are great, and I am definitely learning. You know, I've learned about the eons. I've learned about, you know, the characters' stories and origins from these trailers. So this has been really, really exciting stuff. So I'm continuing on. So, all right, let's continue. All right, we got two more in this part for trailers. Next up is If We Had Wings. Let's read the actual stuff down here at the bottom. If we had wings, we would seek the sky, even if we are fated to fall. Do not covet eternity, do not fear the moment, and all it has is Robin. Apparently there might be a song in this one. This one's also 4 minutes.
Thank you for tuning in to this interview. As Miss Robin mentioned, her introduction to music came from her mother. During that disaster...
Fighting again?
Okay, we have kids in a war zone?
Don't be afraid. Look here. It's a bird.
Or is this gonna be like a happy trailer? Of Robin, like,
I want to hear more of Miss Robin's story.
making these kids forget about the war?
Let me tell you all a secret. This bird knows Robin. It knows all about her. During that disaster, Robin couldn't hear anything except for the loud ringing in her ears.
Oh.
But she knew that her mother was singing to her.
Okay, this is kind of sad though too.
She could see her mother's lips moving. She could feel her mother's breath. You'll be safe and sound. She could hear that silent wish.
Oh. Ooh, I like the
One
music.
day, you'll step onto an even bigger stage. Even more people will hear you sing, and they'll sing with you.
Oh.
No, I'll sing with both of us, brother.
What a good brother.
Both of us.
She wanted to spread that wish through song. And weave in even more wishes.
This is reminding me a little bit of like Seraphine from League of Legends a bit. Like her character, of course. I think I mentioned that when I first saw her.
But behind the beautiful sounds, there were noises of disharmony.
Unknown
Sounds
man
of
frequents
every
Robin's
woman
house.
circled
Oh.
The gazes of many
Oh,
followed
it's
her.
like the idea of like celebrity overtook and overwhelmed her. Which obviously, like, if you were a celebrity, I know not being a celebrity is for everyone. Like, a lot of people hate the paparazzi and the attention.
She thought about fleeing, but something always stopped her.
her music, probably,
because
right?
the singer could never turn her back on her audience.
Yeah, her fans. Yeah, I really remember her trailer because I really liked the music and creativity of the music that they made for her trailer.
Self that others protected. I wanted to protect others. That others forgave. That wanted to forgive others.
Oh, this is such a nice trailer.
The self that wanted to make others' wishes come true. For every self, for every wish.
Right, there's the vinyl imagery again.
Miss, I also want to sing on stage and sing for Miss Robin. Can my wish come true?
Oh.
Of course it can. Let's start now. The songs you sing, she will absolutely love them.
This is such a cute trailer. Robin, I think because of this trailer,
Robin, I want to be a doctor.
Robin's definitely gone up a lot on my list. What is this now? Oh.
Brother, our wish is slowly coming true.
This is the end of our interview. It is reported that Miss Robin has now left for Penacony. Dear friends, we hope to see you again on the planet of festivities.
Okay, so this was a great one because we got to know a little bit more about Robin's story and why she does it, why she continues to do it when she's wanted to quit before, when she's been overwhelmed by, you know, just the life of a celebrity, right? And obviously, I'm not a celebrity, so I don't know the actual, like, idea of being overwhelmed by paparazzi and all that, but I can understand, like, you know, I can have empathy for somebody that doesn't want all that attention and it just comes from fame and stuff from her music, right? So I totally understand that, but I like the uplifting story and the uplifting message that we're getting here of Robin wanting to spread her music to, like, obviously grant, you know, inspiration to these kids and to just uplift kids during like a war zone, right? Like that was such a cool little thing just to show how impactful music in general can be, right? But how impactful Robin specifically is in this world. So it's another great story, another great trailer. I really like the little like whimsical music. What happened to her brother? Did I forget something? Did I know she had a brother? Is there a mention of her brother in her actual trailer? I actually don't remember. So I want to say something tragic obviously happened to her brother, and that's also probably another motivation of hers to continue doing music because of the fact that her and her brother, or she has this memory of her and her brother saying, oh, we'll be on stage together singing. And so she kind of continues to do it also for her brother and her audience, right? I don't know. I think this Robin trailer and this story kind of made me feel good. So it kind of made me feel better about Robin and just her character. And I really like her origin story. So yeah, I think she's definitely up there for me. All right, guys, last but not least, in part 2 here, we have Presently Beneath a Shared Sky of Stars. It says Article 1 of Glamoth's military regulations, knights should feel honored to be born. And we have a bunch of people, I don't know what this is, AR26710 and Sam, and AR214 and Sam, AR53935 and Sam, AR1368 and Sam. Those are people featured in this one. All right, this one's 4 minutes as well. What's going on in this bad boy?
Command, this is AR26710.
Okay.
Please respond. I don't think they'll respond.
Okay. We got some knights.
What should we do?
They really do look like Gundams to me.
No matter what, we have to get in touch with the others. Huh?
If that's the case, it'll be faster this way, right?
Hey, you.
Took her armor off.
I understand. Article 4 of Glamoth's military regulations. Leaving the cockpit is strictly prohibited.
This way, we'll be discovered very quickly. Even though we'll be punished.
That can't be helped.
Okay.
How many times is this for you now?
They're having a moment.
Leaving the cockpit like this.
See, this is what I like about Honkai, is kind of like the sci-fi fantasy elements being combined. I've said it before. Okay, hold on.
Glamoth's military regulations. Remain on guard.
Are we just learning about Glamoth's military regulations?
Is strictly prohibited.
Is that what this trailer's about?
Do you have a death wish?
A Firefly Type 5 personal escort model. Very nice.
Oh. Okay.
You're the odd one out now.
Ah.
You can't connect to command either. Why don't you join us?
No thanks. I'll just pretend I didn't see anything.
What's this?
I picked it up on the battlefield.
This just feels kind of like a
civilian
bonding trailer.
Even though it's
kinda
no
nice.
longer working. And the lens is scratched.
I was gonna say, is that a camcorder?
If you look through the lens, it feels like looking at a whole different world. Lens? No wonder you wear those weird goggles.
Whoa.
I have other reasons too. If everyone looked the same, how would we tell each other apart?
True.
Your hair is very unique.
Thank you. I've been growing it out.
The length is also proof of your experience.
But sometimes it gets in my eyes. I'm not sure if I should put it up.
She posing?
Your turn. Are you really not going
Yeah,
to
you gotta
say
get out of your
anything?
cockpit. Come on.
Comms are back up. Article 8. Surviving knights should immediately return to their units.
Is he lying? I don't know even if it's a he. This is just a cute trailer. I like the little like
Looks nice.
stars and the lightning bugs.
Really suits you.
Just like pretty scenery.
I hope we can see stars on the next battlefield.
Aw.
Will we see each other again? Probably not.
Oh, it's just like a nice little moment.
War ends, then we should be able to find each other.
Oh. Why am I getting a little sad that they might not find each other again?
What should I say? I wish us all a triumphant return.
Okay. Yeah, that was honestly a nice trailer to end on, I think, because it was well, I mean, the Robin trailer would have been a good one to end on too, but this one felt very like, you know, just kind of nice, relaxing, looking at the stars, having a nice moment amongst each other, right? Amongst friends. So, you know, during, you know, in the middle of war, right? Just having that nice moment to just sit down and look at the view. That's all I really got from that, besides maybe Glamoth's military regulations. So if there's more to this trailer, maybe there's more that I'm supposed to take from it other than that little just serene moment. Maybe it's the fact that there's the war. Maybe it's the thing about Glamoth's military regulations, or maybe it's the thing about their suits and the cockpits and the rules and all that. But yeah, you guys let me know if I'm supposed to take anything else from this. I don't really see anything else in the comments. But okay, you guys let me know how you felt about part 2. Please drop in the comments anything about the trailers from this section. So a lot of this stuff, I understood some of the like sparkle. Whenever it's a trailer for a specific character, I can get that stuff, right? But when we start diving into the real deep down lore of the world of Honkai, that's where we start to lose it a little bit. So we learned about the Everflame Mansion. That's something new, and the, you know, the gang and everything, and the Duke and his children. So that was kind of a cool one. That one actually took a little bit more research for me diving into it to learn more about it. But yeah, the cool things here, I really liked the Robin trailer. I thought that was really, really fun. Even though I didn't really understand everything from this Kyoden, a Cleave Across the Transient World with the Izumo blades, this one creatively and art style wise was really, really good. Of course, I like the Sparkle trailer. I really like Sparkle. It seems like Sparkle is a fan favorite, so I can't be the only one there with that one. You guys let me know in the comments more about this section of trailers. We'll be getting into the rest next time. Now, I did see mention in the comments on the first section that this Golden Epic trailer, there's only one Golden Epic trailer in here, but apparently there are multiple Golden Epic trailers, and I don't know if I'm actually missing them or if they're actually supposed to be if this one's actually supposed to be a part of the Myriad Celestia trailers. They might have accidentally put that here. I'm not sure, but we will watch that in the next part, and I will do Golden Epic trailers next. And then I think there's another set of trailers that you guys want me to watch, like an animated trailers or something like that. I will take a look at those as well. So I'll have that up as soon as I can, guys. Thanks again for watching. Please leave in the comments any stuff that I may have missed. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the other Honkai stuff if this is your first Honkai trailer. We have some Wuthering Waves reactions. We have League of Legends reactions, a little bit of Valorant here and there as well. So go check that stuff out on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.